welcome back. So, I finished my first semester for my master's degree here at Manipal, and I thought it would be a good time for me to have a look back on how the semester went about and probably give an idea to other people who want to pursue this course, right? So, the people who don't know me, hi, my name is Chris, and I'm pursuing my master's in international relations and geopolitics here at Manipal. And yeah, let's go about it. So, the admission process, like any other college, was online and it was comparatively easy. Just fill in the forms, fill in the details, and submit it. After the submission, you are called for an interview with the panelist. Those are the faculty members of the department. You are asked questions and you are also asked to write a letter of purpose, right? Where you say that why you want to join this college, how did you know about this, why you want to join this course. And finally, they give you the admission letter after you successfully finish the interview. And the fees that we had to pay was for one entire year, academic year, both first semester and second semester. These do come in installments, but this has to be paid before the commence of the classes. So as you guys can see, I am the hostel. This is one of the hostels that they provide. This is a single sharing non-AC, and the application for this was actually quite more complicated because I tried to look through the website and I was unable to find the details which I needed. So my parents and myself were forced to come to this campus and go to the admin block and try to figure out how these things work. So after doing all the process of emailing them and telling my preferences and admission, they did state that they do prefer UG students over master students. So if you are here to do masters, there's a low chance of you getting a hostel. So while it was about a month or two before the class was about to commence, they did send us an email stating that by 10 days, right, of the starting of the course, you will be notified if you have gotten the hostel or not, right? So we were totally okay with that fact. We went ahead, and it turns out that I came to the college without a hostel or any information at all, right? They did not send the mail 10 days prior, and yeah, so I had my orientation, so I went ahead and attended the orientation. My parents stayed back. I was trying to figure out this all hostel nonsense. On the other hand, a lot of negotiations and talking to people and trying to figuring out how to solve about this, they finally did it. And I was okay with this preference. They did say that, this is what is available, take it, or you can go ahead for PGs and flats. So that's that. Now coming about campus lives. So personally for me, this is a very subjective and perspective-wise of what I have experienced. But I think it's a lot more isolated, like when you have so many people from so many courses and it's so course intensive, academic intensive, that you don't get to talk to other people of other fields unless and until they turn out to be your roommates, or you are in some fest, or you just turn out to be able to make more friends by chatting around. But in your daily life, apart from lunch breaks or anything, it is very, very rare to find people from other fields having a conversation with you. So everything is everywhere in that sense that there's a lot of lack of communication. It's a huge campus, you don't know when what is going on, and many a times it happens that when you pass by, you're like, oh, okay, event is going on. So it just left an intrusive thoughts that if you want to go attend it. Most of the times, most of them happen in the main campus. Sometimes it happens in the MIT campus. But yeah, it's all about how you are notified, if you have other friends, or usually you just don't get to know at all. The campus is huge, so you'll have a lot of walking to do because your hostel might be somewhere else, your mess might be somewhere else, and your department might be somewhere else. So unless and until you don't want to do your walking, I would suggest you to bring your two-wheelers and four-wheelers. Again, upon owner's risk, there is some allotted places for two-wheelers, but you know, no guarantee of its security or anything to do with it. So my current expenses are food, laundry, autos. That's it. So talking about food, I has purchased for the mess you for an entire year. So you get a card and you use that, and the balance keeps on going. Technically, that's how it works. Or you do have the option of paying daily, but the price does vary between members and non-members, so do check it out. There are many mess. There is a KMC, there is Vaksha, there is NIH. In the basis of hygiene and standards and the nice infrastructure, I think NIH is a good option, which is in the new international hostel. I would suggest you guys to go have a look at it, and otherwise you're free to choose whatever you feel like. Laundry here is provided in the hostel, but it is not managed by the college. It is a private entity that works by itself. There are many parties, but they just come and ask, do you want laundry? Take it. So the rate here for right now is 12 rupees per piece. That is for both laundry and ironing. So you're given there. You have two options. You either go give it to them to their location, or they just come to your room and just take it away. So now the academic part. So the academics, the number of students currently are 37, and there's a majority of women in this field, in this class at least, and less of men. Surprising, but yeah. There were large students in the beginning, however, they did drop out over the days that came about. No judgments, and I think it's a lot to do with getting place, PGs, flats, and convenience. So I think that became a huge factor of what happened to most of the people. The faculty here, there is a good number of faculty, right? Each expertised in their own fields. So one very important thing is that these professors, right, they do showcase their PPTs. A few of them showcase their PPTs. They teach from that, but they won't give it to us, right? So that resource is considered as intellectual property, so they won't provide it to you. You have to keep having running notes throughout that lecture, right? So the timetable is scheduled from 9:30 to 5, right? Over the period of time, it's like we have good breaks, maybe 2 hours or 1 hour break between them. So it's not like continuous duration of that minute studies, but you do have breaks in between for you able to have a good balance of it. So the portion and syllabus is well structured and detailed. You have compulsory readings and mandatory readings and extra readings that you are to read over the period of time, which will enhance your idea of what you're being taught, right? So these readings are very important for the department, specifically because they believe that if you don't read, you don't get out the theories and you lose out on the pace, right? And the turning factor that makes this different from other departments is that they try to bring in IR perspective, right? So how does international relations looks from the lens and the position of India to the world, right? And how this idea of IR being westernized and very Eurocentric is changed, and looking at how IR is getting non-Western, and how India has been contributing to IR and how it can further contribute to it. So I think that is a thing that makes it very special from other courses. So the most important fact and thing that you have to do in this semester is presentations, term paper presentations, right? So this term paper presentations is like you don't have to bring out your thesis or new research findings, but rather topics of your interest, and try to find out what is the literature that is already written about, who are the relevant authors and writers and researchers, what are the developments that have been done over the period of time, right? And you get to know that this field and this is my interest. So the larger interest is for you to make aware of the various types of research that is available and where you find yourself to be in, right? So this term paper, it's both written and presentations. Written is not given much importance in the sense like there's not given much marks. It's out of 18 marks, and you just write down about 3,000 words. But in presentations, giving 22 marks, where you are presenting to the audience, to the faculties. And for us, at least for this time, it was quite hectic because it was a duration of 3 days, but the presentations were 4. So there was a day where you had to present 2 papers at once, right? And because we were mixed with both ourselves and seniors, what happened is the duration went from 9 o'clock till 7:30 for some people. So this is what is like. At times you will be forced, I mean, willingly, you will not have an option to have lunch because your mess is too far away. So you either just swiggy it within an hour, or you either just eat some snacks, and later, after the class gets over, you go ahead and have your nice, full, heavy lunch. So for the examinations, it's out of 40 marks. And what usually happens here is that you're given 5 questions, not optionals, 5 all mandatory questions, and they are for 8 marks. So usually we have to fill 4 pages, but this time we are given e-pads, so the screen and the pen that you write, which we found very difficult to do it because your pace changes, your style changes, and your understanding of what one page entirely is and how much you're going to write so that you can cover all the 4 pages was a bit difficult to us. So I don't know how they're going to review it and how much marks is going to be given. I will give an update on that. But yeah, a lot of people have struggled with that. So the overall idea that I want to give here is that this is a very intensive course, right? You will not be able to join associations, you won't have the time to have that, right? So you have to come back, you have to write your notes, you'll have to do mandatory readings, which I personally unable to finish because there are too many mandatory readings. I rely on the class notes, and sometimes I use AI to kind of brief it out and give out some certain points, and then I just skim through the text because that is what I do. I don't know how it has going to be turned out, but this is how I go about it. And yeah, I will try to give you a few pictures and videos of showing my presentations and experiences in Manipal. So as of now, this is what I have for you. Do let me know if you guys have any more queries or requests for any more videos. See you.